Oh, my friends, I ask you to listen to me with patience. We are of the Hunkpapa band, the Hunkpapa Oyate, the Hunkpapa nation of the Lakotas. When we grew up, I lived in South Dakota in a small community called Kennel. I'm here to talk about what is happening right now to Minnesota, the Missouri River, with big billionaires building a pipeline. But I want to start with the Corps of Engineers. In the late 60s, when I was quite a young child, there was much excitement going on through our community. The federal government, the Corps of Engineers, was going to pay each one of us $650. They wanted us to move above a certain line, the floodplain, because they were building these dams all on down the Missouri. All of them on or near Indian people's land.
I was 18 years old, and I lived and grew up by that Missouri River. We were getting ready for the Corps of Engineers to come into Standing Rock to tell us how they were going to flood us. And I saw these 14 cars drive up, and one man got out of each car with his tape recorders, I guess, and briefcases. They were coming to take more land. They were coming to, to tell us that we were going to lose 55,000 acres of land and that this is how it was going to be done.
Little did we know it would drastically change how we lived. It was a pretty much move or else.
There was no choice. They told us what was going to happen. And that's one of the councilmen said, "Don't we have anything to say about this?" And the Corps said, "No, because if you don't work with us, we'll condemn it and we'll take it anyway."
They cut down all the trees along the river. They cut them down and burnt most of it.
It's a mortal sin, what they're doing. What they're doing to the Indians now is comparable to what they did in the 50s and the 60s. And it's heartbreaking because they want to plow over us.
The thing that hurts my heart even today, and it's hard for me to say this, because I won't shed tears anymore for the Corps of Engineers. They uprooted us from a happy life. While we're standing there, not just my family, many families, and the only thing that we owned, our log homes, they burnt them in front of us. Old people, young people, children such as me were crying. That's all we had. I remember my grandfather asking, "Why are you doing this?" "So none of you will move back in them. You go where we want you to go, above the flood line." It split up our community. The community was in shambles. My sons, my daughters, my grandchildren are along the river here. We do not want that pipeline, as well as many others throughout our Lakota Nation and all other Indian nations do not want this to go across. We know the pipe will break. They tried to assure us it will not break and leak oil. That's not it. It's when it will break, and it will break.
Knowing what I know, from 60 years ago to we're going through it again. We're going through it again, only this time it could mean that our water would be completely contaminated. And that's what drives me.
Grandmother Earth one of these days will rebel. We consider ourselves the keepers and the protectors of Unchimaka. We've got to take care of her. We take care of her, she takes care of us.
It's important for us to remember who we are as Native people, what we've been taught as Native people, and to pray and have faith, because that's what got us here, and that's how we survived whatever it was that was thrown at us for the last 500 years.
We have a future. We have dreams. We have goals. So please don't disrupt our lives. Thank you for listening to me. Pilonako, Wopilatonka. Oh.